Well, starting off on a sad note, more details are coming to light about Liam Payne's tragic death. We know he died last week after falling off his balcony at his hotel in Buenos Aires. The results of the toxicology report have come in.
Yes, so ABC News reports that Liam had a mixture of drugs in his system at the time of death that included cocaine and crack, as well as a, quote, recreational drug that typically is a mix of several drugs, including methamphetamines, ketamine, MDMA, and others.
That's so scary. Like, you're clearly taking a drug that you have no idea what is in it.
Yeah.
It sounds like.
I feel like he was at the point that he was just taking anything that was put in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard reports, too, that it was a hotel staff member that was getting the drugs for him. So,
and there's so many like rumors and speculation out there about.
Yeah, so
apparently he was in a hotel before the one that he passed away at, and he was kicked out of that hotel. But then other reports that wasn't true. But it seemed to be a very rough few days that led up to his death.
Yeah, and also his girlfriend leaving. So apparently they were only supposed to be there a couple days, and it turned into 2 weeks. So that was kind of the reason we were thinking at first that she was going home, but maybe it was something else. Maybe he was getting into things that she didn't want to be a part of. I don't know. Again, all this is speculation.
Yeah,
but
and obviously so sad that that's how she last saw him.
Yeah, and you also kind of think what in her head it could be thinking like, well, what if I didn't leave? What would have happened
that
then?
would have been the first thing going through. You obviously cannot imagine what she's dealing with right now. But I feel like your first human instinct is,
of course,
I should have stayed or else.
But see,
you can't tell yourself
and
that.
You never know what's going to happen, and it's just the whole situation is just really sad. And you can tell by the outpouring of people coming out and talking about it.
And even just the past few weeks, like he has been in the headlines the past few weeks and months at Niall Horan's show, and their drama surrounding that. So it's sad
and he was dropped by his label.
Dropped by Universal, which apparently was just a few days before his death. So even so horrible to think that all of these things, and there was the legal troubles that we know he was going through with his ex. And apparently his girlfriend, Kate Cassidy, was like stuck by his side through all the legal stuff. So she was there supporting him. And
a lot of the TikToks they did, a lot of the social media posts obviously are coming up now. And they were really tight, and they did seem like they were in a good place. So I think that's almost, that's really heartbreaking
all over
as
my
well.
TikTok now is their videos, which they actually seemed really like a sweet couple. But it is sad to see, people taking advantage of stories like this, like TMZ, and posting photos of his tattoos that was apparently his body.
Well, the body, yeah. That was, they've been called out by a lot of
different
celebrities about that.
But then I think they added it back and just put a warning or something.
Yeah, no. I think there has to be some sort of a line. And I know that they think some people really want to see that, but to show a corpse in any way is like so wrong.
Yeah.
Even if it's just an arm.
Well, and his sister is
Nicola,
the latest one to speak out and share a tribute, and she actually said that she found out about his death through the news on her phone. So that's just horrible.
And yes, like imagine finding out about your brother.
No. She wrote on Instagram, when I saw the news pop up on my phone, I went cold. I wanted so much for this to be untrue. I have spent days hoping that it was a mistake and somebody has got it wrong. You were truly too good for this earth. You are an angel who just lived for making people smile and happy. And it did seem like he was happy with his girlfriend. In the videos that we've seen on social media, obviously, we know with social media, you have no idea what someone's actually going through. But hopefully, she can find peace knowing that he's looking down on her.
So she took to Instagram and she said, "Thank you for all the kind words and love that has been sent my way. I have been at a complete loss. Nothing about the past few days has felt real. I ask and pray that you'll give me the grace and space to navigate this in private. Liam, my angel, you are everything. I want you to know I loved you unconditionally and completely. I will continue to love you for the rest of my life. I love you, Liam." And I think also in a lot of the tributes from the 1D boys too, almost every one of them wrote that he was kind of like the core member. Because a lot of people I think feel like it's Zayn or definitely Harry. But they were saying, Liam was the writer. Liam was like the lead vocal. So it's just interesting that they thought that way. Fans maybe didn't, but that's the way his fellow band members felt about him.
Yeah. And they've all, I've seen clips that have been coming on my TikTok of all the One Direction clips, and he always said he didn't want a reunion if it was just like two of them. Like he was
he
the one
wanted
that
all
wanted
five.
all of them. So
And how sad is that
yeah,
that reunion's
that will
never
never
gonna
happen. But rest in peace, Liam.